here we are on Enclosed. We have a B-League match consisting of a single game. The Alchemist in purple playing as the Cumans, and Fish Speaker in red playing as his favorite Civ at the moment, the Georgians. Also in the commentator booth here, we got Fish Speaker himself to provide us with some insight. We're here on Enclosed, as I said. So, gonna be some unbuildable road path terrain around the center where the players spawn. No gold or stone or berries in the center, but you do start with some easy free elephants and water buffaloes. Very unique map design.
And I will say, this is the first time I've ever seen Enclosed in person. So I assumed it was like Hideout in Age 4.
Yeah.
Not so much with the unbuildable wall area or path area.
In H4, they're a little nicer to you too, right? They give you a stone and a gold in your base.
Not only that, but your sheep are almost always directly next to your town center. You don't actually have to go out and find. Like, you see how I'm missing the ones out here? I have no idea that they can even spawn out there.
Yeah. Well, it's good. It's a good experience to have. Enclosed is pretty.
It's a good map. I like it a lot.
Pretty commonly played map, I guess. I've seen better, but.
And I also love how many resources are outside of it. There's just a lot of potential on this map to do interesting things, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's so many resources outside that, like, on any other map, it could turn into like a real late game like slugfest.
For sure. But because of the unbuildable path,
you basically can't protect any of those resources. So, a lot of interesting potential for different strategies. Both players at almost exactly the same amount of. Oh, why did I have to say anything? Idle TC time. And it's just looking pretty close so far. Fish Speaker with a little bit of a resource increase, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's not. It's basically a villager drop off difference. It's not even comparable. It's not even mentionable. But what can you do? We're in Dark Age. We've talked about the Georgians in a previous cast.
Yep.
New Civ, in the latest DLC that dropped like last week.
Yes, the main thing that I don't think we necessarily mentioned is how they get their damage boost, which is amassing. I've learned this. It's exactly 5 units outside of them, and it doesn't actually have to be other Manaspas. It can be, It can be like any unit just needs to be 5 others aside from the single one.
Yeah, you're talking about the unique unit, the Manaspa, right? The mounted cavalry, heavy cavalry, I guess.
Heavy cav, I guess. They have low HP, heavy armor.
Comparable in a lot of ways to the Lithuanians. What are they called? Frick.
Latest.
The latest. You can boost their attack by up to +4 based on how many other cavalry units are nearby. So they can snowball quite hard if you get a good amount of them. So we'll see if Fish Speaker is able to do that. I feel like Enclosed might be a little bit better for the Georgians than other maps, just because you
certainly
can
better
easily
than that
do
mega random one.
Like a wall off here in the front of your base, and then you don't have to worry about mule carts and whatnot. They're just safe, protected back there.
An extremely defensive Civ as well. One of their other upgrades is getting extra damage on their towers that also pierce.
Okay.
So, extremely, like, they can... I don't know, at least from my knowledge, the way that they want to play is control their area to the best of their ability and don't let anything through until they're able to build enough army to take over. And they can use just very, very big defensive upgrades with their fortified churches to increase their... Because they want to do that anyways for their eco upgrades, the 10% villager gather rate.
Yeah, Georgians get a area of effect around their fortified church, which is a building that replaces the monastery, produce monks out of it, what have you. You can also garrison monks and villagers and these guys, meal carts inside of them. we've all said this before, but you know, you got to do it for the YouTube audience. They may be watching things out of order. Squeaky G. They have an area of effect as well that increases worker efficiency by 10%. So you want to really be spamming those out around your entire eco, which also helps for defense because they shoot arrows when garrisoned. So on the other side, the humans, classic civilization at this point, as we have the alchemist luring that elephant. Unfortunate pathing around that tree. Rip.
Very, yeah.
A little more walking time there for those villagers.
Yeah.
Humans' bonuses include the ability to build a second town center in the feudal age, which makes them a
That is quite strong.
scaling powerhouse later on.
It's a very strong ability.
It's a little expensive to keep both TCs running in the feudal age, but if you can do it and survive into castle and beyond, you'll have a significant economic unit lead. They can also make rams out of siege workshops in the feudal age. So
Not only that, but difficult to raid, I would imagine too, with the second TC.
yeah, if you get a second TC out here, like on the gold or the stone,
Yeah. I mean, a great place to put it, especially on enclosed, gold, food, and stone here.
this hill might cause some problems, but you could definitely squeeze it in like somewhere around there. Could definitely be hard to do damage to. A lot of high level games against humans, you see people YOLOing into them, trying to like get the killing blow in feudal age before they have a chance to like scale, going like all in. And it's because often the humans want to just boom at that point in the game. You could also just do a little bit less conventional push with like rams and siege with the humans. Squeaky G has done that to great effect in the past.
And
I believe
a
there's
lot
word for that.
faster
Something about
H2 timing for
Much.
purple. A lot, quite a bit faster. 10 difference, but quite a bit faster H2 timing.
Yeah, idle TC time about double, but the H2 is there. I think she beat she beat Wiggle the Wise to feudal age. No spoilers about that match, but in their match as well. So pretty good speed
Right up
there.
almost
on
a 2.5 minute difference, I'd say.
purple. Yeah, fish speaker clicking up now. He's going out to the stone and gold. Stone, while going up to feudal, can't mean much other than defensive towers or
castle.
just fast castle like as quickly as possible into a castle drop. So especially with that much commitment on it, 4 goals.
Yeah, it was sort of one of the situations where I typically want 3, but I accidentally made an extra one, and then I figured, well, why not?
Yeah, looks like the alchemist also learning a little bit about enclosed. We mentioned before the game that there's unbuildable terrain. We try to make clear, like, because players don't always know in this like tournament series, Winter Bash, whatever. This is a more chill, more fun time than like T90 Titans League or whatever. Players don't always know exactly what the maps are when they load into them, so try to mention that, but it's different when you see it on the ground. So she's learning.
I'm a tad confused on what she's doing with this water buffalo out here.
This guy probably just hasn't brought it in
forgotten
yet.
about it, yeah.
Yeah.
He was using it to scout the outside for a while, as like somewhat of a second scout.
I
Oh,
would
that's
love-
right. We missed it. I believe I shot down her other scout.
Yeah, there was a scout you shot down under the TC. I caught it on cam. I would like to see these farms from purple under the town center instead of the mill. That's the one piece of the economy you can keep safe on enclosed. The other stuff, the gold and the stone and the berries and whatnot.
I believe I actually do the same thing, just because I don't really think about that. I just think of the efficiency of having them next to a drop-off point.
Yeah, I mean, I guess once you finish the berries there, it's hard to like send those villagers all the way back and just leave the mill out there unused. But we'll see. Maybe there's a plan to drop a TC down here by the mill, and that would secure things as well. Villager count is evening up a little bit. It's not too different. Not too bad here. Blacksmith and market for fish speaker, and he actually has the res to go at castle age like immediately. Very nice castle timing there from red. The alchemist, get that house down. At least, if nothing else, these palisade walls and houses look really cool. Like you can
Yes.
imagine like if this is like Diablo 2, you're like walking in here into town or
Yeah, no,
something.
I saw it and I was like, oh, this looks kind of like a toll booth. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah. We got the patrolling militia
Yeah,
out front too. I gotta give her points for style. We do have a blacksmith and market now for purple as well. She's probably gonna have the res to go up pretty soon as well.
yeah, definitely.
Not, I mean, only 5 on food and is spending quite a lot of res on these militia.
She's
I
also
think,
building
I
a
guess,
stable as well.
and a watchtower on the other side.
Yeah.
Something I guess I've talked a little bit about before. Scouting over just making random army is definitely a more efficient way to do it. People feel more comfortable when they have some army in their base protecting stuff, but it will just slow you down to the next technology or whatever. So I think the militia keeping her back a little bit from the next stage. Going for a stone gate for red on the top, locking down that core economy. And as we might have expected, plenty of stone in the bank now. Gonna go for that castle drop. Is this could be a castle drop or it could be a defensive on like the resource?
The idea was a castle drop. I started moving them over because I wasn't age 3 yet, and I wanted to ensure that there wasn't an army in my face.
Yeah. Is there?
So I moved them over to a safer point just in
We have
case.
active scouting from red. You're in here looking for stuff, right? You're not just auto.
Yeah,
scouting, or...
I'm looking for. Well, I think right now I'm auto scouting, maybe right this moment. But the idea is I just right clicked them over there and then hit auto scout to just get the general area. So look for any extra TCs because honestly I'm nervous. I've never played against this player. I don't know like what they want to do.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for any extra bases just in case I have to worry about an army coming from a different direction I'm not noticing.
Now the alchemist, so close to finding this completely unprotected castle drop. Let's see if she's able to catch this. Villagers and just
I did
blinking in
notice the
fog of war.
exact range. I was really trying to get it perfectly out of a range unless she.
And this is where I kind of eat my words. As
and there it is.
Dark Age army is really
Yep.
actually coming into use right now. Has to delete that castle actually. So good stuff there from purple.
Quite good stuff, honestly. Luckily, for whatever reason, I had that extra Vill on stone, so I have enough to delete that castle and build a new one.
I'm just going for that full defensive castle. Good to know when you gotta cut and run, right? Instead of trying to hard commit to it. I think with a castle like this, I almost want to go back and see what vision red had of the.
Oh, I was looking at it.
I mean, like
I had full vision, but
did you know that there was like a mining camp and a house and stuff here?
Yeah, no, I definitely did.
Okay.
So that's what my scout was doing.
Okay, so I guess.
But the thing is with
say,
buildings, you couldn't see the castle.
I think she saw it with the villager that was
maybe
mining the gold. I don't know. I would just say if you're gonna go for that risky castle, try to get your villagers walled in while you're building it. But it's working out okay for red so far. 36-30 eco though, not too bad. The alchemist not really going for human bonuses at the minute. They do have access to the Step Lancer, which is a really strong, I guess, light medium cavalry unit with extra range, like +1 tile range on their units. You might be able to see it if you have the range.
Yeah, I do.
On.
I will say too, it's somewhat I mean, I think it stems mostly from just her not knowing the map. The like walled in TC here could become detrimental.
Well, if this tiger has anything to say about it, it will. It's an interesting spot for a town center. I guess there just happen to be vills over here. So why not?
Yeah, not a great spot. I just wanted the resource to ensure that they were able to be gathered without any pressure.
Oh, fish speaker up here too, dropping a second TC.
Oh,
Both
you're right.
players,
You're right.
Actually,
both players. I didn't even see hers.
I'm nitpicking purple, not red. Sorry.
No,
Would like
right.
to see this on like a gold or a stone and the wood. So maybe a little further back than that, but a town center is a town center. We can't complain. It is on the berries somewhat, so Not too bad.
Both at age 3. Looks like she has an army, but not much at the moment.
The Alchemist housed, not for long. Moving forward with now 6 man-at-arms. Maybe doesn't know what the probably actually doesn't know what the Jordans are all
I
about.
doubt it, yeah.
It's a new civ. It's gonna come as a surprise, I think, when you see 500 Manaspa coming at you. I like the watchtowers though. Could go for outposts too if you're just going for vision. I think we mentioned that after the game, and she was like, "Oh, good idea." So, always love to see players learning.
A lot of stone got sunk into these. It gets sunk into these outposts before you even notice it.
Yeah. Got ourselves these man-at-arms, and Fish Speaker, without making a single military unit, has clicked Imperial Age. When allowed to, he's just gonna do it. You know.
You know, if I'm not pushed, I figure why not.
First Manaspa coming out before forging even. We like. I guess it makes sense to get the units out before you really get all the upgrades necessarily. Look at this
Perhaps.
boy.
I could also be really bad at the game. I'm not entirely sure.
No, I think, well, I guess at this point there's like literally no pressure. Now you see these units out, but it's a good looking unit, the Manaspa. Looks like they will be just in time to repel these two-handed swordsmen. Well, I guess they're just man-at-arms right now, but here it comes. Back at base, back at home, the Alchemist making vills, and Ecoing has a siege workshop out and is making scorpions. A fine addition to the toll booth, I must say. Can I get this as? This is definitely going to be the thumbnail for this one. It just looks too good to ignore.
It looks really good. I saw it and I really felt it almost like inspired like sort of thoughts of some kind of like RPG game where I had to like pay someone to get through.
Pay in blood. Monastery for purple. Buying some wood there. Maybe another TC.
Unfortunately, oh, good castle. I think that's a good place for the castle too, actually. If you're really trying to commit to that side. If only I was smart enough to go to the opposite side, but alas.
Their TC is up for red. You seen another castle here? I ain't.
Oh, is that a TC? Oh, never mind. That's a university. I just saw the size and assumed it was a castle.
Oh yeah, well you knew a castle was coming, and there it is. Looks like those Manaspas are moving up to exactly where she's placed it.
Yes.
Watchtowers could come in clutch here. Not quite enough vision to see those yet. And just a real charming army here of Scorpion Pikeman Patrol. $62.46 eco, the third TC, and a little more consistent production, paying off a little bit for red. And we have a castle off here.
Oh yeah.
Looks like red has not seen that foundation yet, or at least not noticed it.
I probably haven't noticed it, but I can see it.
The Alchemist definitely sees. I think this purple castle will be denied just because the army count is here, and scorpions, it turns out, not the answer to Manaspa.
Maybe in mass they are, I imagine.
In mass, scorpions can do anything they dream of, but maybe you're looking for more of a choke point monk. Gives his life in search of the relic, and the Alchemist is going to actually be able to escape with 3 of the 4 Vilches and 4 impressive stuff. Now is a Mangonel coming out.
There's a Mangonel.
Might be able to get some good shots.
As soon as I noticed that there was a shot of a Mangonel, I to get rid of that one.
Close call. And it looks kind of like the Alchemist a little bit at a loss for how to respond to 10 heavy cavalry raiding units coming in. I guess we'd like to see some more production buildings. Okay, she has queued 14 spearmen out of one barracks there, so definitely pressure coming in.
Definitely the right option against Manaspas too. The spearman.
Yeah, how much is this?
Or Mangonel, honestly.
She's working on the mangonels, but there goes that siege workshop. And just one spearman at a time, not gonna cut it, unfortunately. Probably will need to see 2, 3, 4 more barracks built if there is going to be any contest here against the flood. Manaspa, at the minute at least, are very good at killing buildings because some of their attack bonus, and there may be a bug or two in play. Who's to say? New civ.
Yeah.
So you can
I will
definitely
say
just right-click stuff and.
I'm not
does
sure, because you had mentioned that to me, and actually I've been noticing that they've been like killing buildings a lot slower than they were before. I don't know if they've patched that out or it's still in the game.
I don't think there's been any updates.
In the sense that like maybe the comment that you saw earlier could have been because they were playing on a previous patch, so most tournament games play on the previous one so everyone knows what's going on and there's no surprises. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong with that. I don't know.
I think it's still live. But
Could be.
Castle drop now coming through. Not gonna be able to get that one up, and there's just too many Manaspa here. As another
There
swarm
is another
comes in.
TC up on the other side. If she can build,
Yeah. The Alchemist says
she can build units to
proxy
go through.
TC.
I'm not looking at it at all.
And access to camels. That's a great answer to the cavalry here. I would love to have seen like full commit to camels, but I guess the economy is just not there. At 30 vills, there have been 25 villager kills. It's looking like Fish Speaker has got this one in the bag. We'll have to see how long it lasts here. The proxy could catch him off guard. Okay, we got a castle here. Are you worried about the chop through or something? Is castle back in
Possibly. I'm also thinking if she continues to go through here. I made that queue for a castle a while back.
Okay.
I was considering that she could chop through to the point where the castle could start shooting at bills there.
Makes sense. And as Nauri Cavalry, tell me what that upgrade does.
The what, sorry?
You remember? What's the unique?
That's the upgrade that knocked 15% off the population of cab units.
Okay, so right now you were at 110 pop, now at 105 without losing any units. So
Exactly, yeah.
it's a good 15% extra units there. If you're making only cav, which Georgians love to do. Wow, the Alchemist really just squeezing in up here.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
does not see
the
it at
castle
all
that the castle that she dropped, she didn't delete, so she's not gaining the stone back from it.
Yeah, could delete that at any time and get some stone back, but wouldn't be enough to do much with. Besides maybe another TC, but that would be stretching the wood count anyways. Gonna be a counter
at my
attack.
doorstep, yeah.
Yeah.
No army over there.
It's a good counter unit choice. Not.
And apparently there's a hole in my base. I didn't even notice that.
There's a hole right there next to the gate. Incredible. Yeah, again, not a bad unit choices here from the Alchemist. Finds that
Get
hole.
through.
Yeah. It's just gonna be an issue of production for her though, as the armies clash. And damage is being done.
Damage is being done. The amount, though, is sort of
It's
overwhelming.
just a matter of quantity, yeah. Battering ram for purple.
What are they at right now? +8? Yeah.
So this would be 14 plus 8 melee. It would be 14 plus 4 if they were all like one guy all on his lonesome. Since they're grouped, they have the maximum bonus. Here's one 14 plus 5, 7 as he gets closer to the pack. This guy's plus 4, so it's a really interesting effect. I like it.
Yeah, it rewards kind of bad play in a lot of ways, just because of amassing units. Like I said before with your games, you can do a lot with few units if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what the like number that you need is in order to get the maximum?
5. So it's 5 per 1.
Okay.
So 4 would be 20.
Okay. We have 33 here.
Oh, you're right. The bug is probably still in the game, based on that.
There goes another TC. And the Alchemist doesn't have too much left besides this one town center in the south. And we'll see if she
Only a
takes it to
single
the last
villager.
man or if
I
she
don't know where
resigns
it is
soon.
right now.
Unless there's a comeback. If there's just one villager on berries. Okay. Red knows this town center is here. It's just a matter of... Oh! And there it goes. Decides to call it there. 20 pikemen. Not a bad unit choice. But the Manaspa, at full Imperial Age upgrades and no pressure, are able to take that game. Bit of an eco difference there as well.
Definitely.
But GG to both players again. I'm glad they're putting themselves
wow,
out there.
I've really let myself go at the end there too, with gaining more idle TC time by the end.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
30 minutes of idle TC time. You don't really want to see that.
3 castles. The Alchemist actually was not able to get any castles up there. Unfortunate for her. Tried to build 2 that were denied. Similar, actually the same game effective 8 p.m. there. Really interesting. If that stat, we don't know how it's calculated. It's a mystery. It's a black box. If it matters to you, I don't know. Fish Speaker with almost double, roughly double the collected resources. So GG. I'm glad that the Alchemist.
I think
Fish
she,
Speaker
she played a very well game, honestly.
Get in here and get some action. We'll see if we see more from these players. Fish Speaker, with this game, unlocks the ability to challenge up to the A League, and also gets 1 or 2 points.
I guess it would be 1 since I put out the call.
You were the challenger.
Yes.
There, so you get 2.
Oh, 2 for challenger. Okay.
Yeah.